Hey guys, what's up? It's Game Ponies. I'm back with part 2 of Iron from Ice. Let's get it started. Go away, Tracy Bieber. Why are you so depressed?
I was wrong about your son, my lady. He stood up to him like a true...
Like a champ.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee.
Bend the knee.
Prepare a Raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once.
Why is she always... She's like, I don't care, lady. She's never pleased. Where'd the table go?
Your sister can help us. Although just...
And now we get to play as Mrs.
And Lady Marjorie's
Butterworth.
betrayal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Oh, trust me, it will be. Okay, let's do it.
Wonders Made by Man, by Lomas Longstrider.
Alomas.
A gift from Roderick. I hope to see them all someday.
You won't. What? Never mind, you will.
It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Elena.
Just gave you a pen. That's pretty lame.
Ethan made this for me.
Everybody in this game has a depression face.
Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos.
That's the desert place, isn't it?
Father. Much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Well, cool. Whoa, teleportation skills.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
One moment.
It's a peasant.
Sorry, lady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
Now, come on in, Mr. Peasant.
No, it's fine. Come in.
Why is he so depressed? He's like, oh, I didn't want to come in. Dang it. Why did she let me in? I'm just gonna be putting the coal in and checking you out.
But you alright? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm just worried about my family.
Ah, letter from home, is it?
It's kind of you to ask.
Of course, my lady. You've always been kind to me.
Have I?
Hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, my lady.
Of course, I'll just keep doing it one by one, as slow as possible.
You work for Lady Marjorie?
No, I just live here for no reason.
Wrong. But it seems like you do.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with...
Then why did you ask?
You seem like...
You derp.
I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning. outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen
Well,
Cersei.
good for you.
Cersei?
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but
What did they say?
I couldn't make out much, but
We are
talking
useless.
about the Starks and House Forrester.
House Forrester?
I hope you're not in any kind of trouble. But I thought you ought to know. Most people don't tend to notice a call boy. Not in King's
It's
Landing.
because you're a
with so many
peasant.
lords and
Nobody
ladies.
notices peasants.
You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there. Good night, milady.
I just ignore him. It's like, whatever, leave.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss.
A lesbian. And she got
From the day you arrived
another
in my
lesbian.
garden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family.
No, I don't.
I feel your pain as if it were my own.
No, you don't.
What you've suffered is beyond imagining.
You're very kind, my lady.
Of course, Mira, but you must not
Told you.
despair.
She's a
We are in
lesbian.
this together. You must understand
So is she.
there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor.
Why would she do that?
She was very pleased with herself.
What does she intend to do?
She intends to make you miserable, knowing that will make me miserable as well.
What the
She
bitch?
demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important.
I'll do as you ask, my lady.
Depression
I know I
face.
can trust you. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
So be a personal bitch.
See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us.
What? Is that, ay, what are you talking about?
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Awkward staring.
Good luck.
Good luck. It's Peter Dinklage.
You can do this.
No, I can't. I mean, yes, I can. Peasants, what are you doing in here? Ooh, you got yourself a fine beard, though.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Your Grace.
The Queen is
Girl
pleased.
knows her courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Yes. Maybe.
Should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
Joffrey is the one true king, Your Grace.
And yet, For centuries, the Foresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
They were the Wardens of the North. We all served at the pleasure of the king.
Clever girl.
Perhaps too clever for her own good.
What?
The girl did
Come
name
on.
Joffrey as the one true king.
Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Roose Bolton also served the Starks, Your Grace.
And proved his loyalty to the crown by bringing their house to a swift and sudden end. Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Yeah.
Mr. Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you?
Of course.
Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
Or did I?
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
I'm sure she regrets it.
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours.
Nope.
Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
King. Always.
I'm sure she
Let the
would...
girl answer the question.
I would be true to the king, Your Grace.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities.
My priorities are always straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants,
Yep. Pretty
which
much.
is not very encouraging. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
Awkward staring moment.
This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I did it for Lady Marjorie.
Rather odd, if that's what she asked of you. But I'm sure she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard. Not her.
What are you suggesting?
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house.
Nah, danger is my middle name.
Risk that.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival.
Thank you for the advice, Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Or potatoes.
Mira, I was worried.
No, you weren't. You're a liar.
How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you.
I think it went pretty well.
It went well.
Really? That's a relief. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
But you're a lesbian. You can't do that.
It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramount.
He's quite
Which I
handsome.
doubt is Dornish for wife.
He is quite handsome.
And quite passionate, from what I've heard. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands.
No, you'll meet your future
Marrying a
wife.
king? I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen?
He
does have a certain
I don't know.
about him. And he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
I'd marry anyone if it helped my family.
Right. Of course. Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden.
Bitch, please.
Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match! Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing?
Oh, get wrecked.
Well,
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
this is not a game. It's a battle plan.
No, it's not. It is a game.
Every move.
And I'm playing it right
It
now.
is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira.
Booyah. That's how it's done, like a champ.
I'm just glad it's over. King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
It doesn't matter what you feel. It only matters what you say.
You learn very quickly.
Yeah, I do.
Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family.
Nah, I ain't worried.
I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important. I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
Sure, why not? Let the lesbian stay.
Go on. Ask.
Oh gosh, I wasn't paying attention.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow. What would you have me do?
Eat him.
My mother fears our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
Were we not supposed to ask on behalf of our mother?
Especially now.
I know, my lady.
Is that the wrong
I
move?
wouldn't ask this of you otherwise, but my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady.
Hey, I let you
We
stay.
won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa.
It is that dire, my lady. I fear for my family's safety.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
Don't let the Queen bully you. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother.
Yeah.
Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
Horsey, why did you leave me?
7 elves.
Okay, when you hear a screaming in the woods, you don't go towards it. That's like the #1 rule. Especially when you see that.
Okay, shall we? Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat?
It's Conquistador hat guy. We let him live. And now he's gonna try to catch us. Why would he do that?
Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have fallen out of practice. But he didn't make it easy, what with all that bloody noise.
Like a drowning cat. I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets. But the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father is the Warden of the North.
He does now.
Well, he's dead, so he doesn't really know.
Foresters.
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
Oh, you messed everything up now.
My lord?
Shh. Listen.
What did he have? Superman hearing?
There.
That was just a horsey.
Hear that? I know I heard something.
He won't come all the way up the hill. He's too lazy.
Never mind.
I killed you. You were the guy with the ugly wannabe beard. I killed you at the beginning. And now we're gonna go look at the dead guy, because that's a great idea. And we're walking extremely slow for some reason. Yeah.
Bloody hell.
That guy just got... That guy just got out, I don't know. He got... flayed, sure. I don't know where I was going with that. And now we're back to Mr. Ethan.
Lord Ethan!
Hi, Ethan.
As I was saying, you
weren't saying anything.
And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership.
Like you?
But 300 generations of Forester Lords stand behind you.
No, they're all dead, so they don't really stand behind me.
Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
A potato.
Lord Gregor the Good. He was fair and wise, and courageous in battle.
And what will they call
A
me?
bitch.
That is for you to define as the new Lord. These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours.
4 people. Great job. You left me with an entire army.
The Lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others, the Lord Sentinel. Forester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Keep walking, you craven son of a whore. Move.
Ayy.
Summon the Lord. We need his judgment.
I've done nothing wrong! I was only trying to survive!
You've done nothing wrong, then why are you here?
Lord Ethan. Maester.
Who is this man?
This craven is a deserter and a thief.
So you've done nothing wrong, you say?
This house is doomed!
Hey, don't say that.
We all fucking know it!
Oh, get me slapped.
Eric was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
2 shields and 3 spears.
Why did you do
So stealing from us, that's not nothing.
Yes, my lord. I fled.
You just admitted to it. That was easy.
Stealing if you're taking what's yours by right.
But it's not yours by right.
I've a family to feed, and not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Leave the poor man alone!
Mercy, go! Lord Ethan, I know these words are hard, but they're honest. This house is falling. We'll never survive the coming winter.
Calm yourself.
The time for calm passed with the late Lord Forester. Now there's only chaos.
Chaos you're causing.
You'll address him as Lord. Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Let's poop on him.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on
That would
their
make him learn.
To know they cannot do whatever the fuck they please.
Yeah, they can't.
Permit it.
Unless they have fab beards. Like that guy in the background. Not her. Or him. That guy with the hate. He has a pretty fab beard.
Send him to the wall. Take his fingers. A thief.
If you punish me, you'll be punishing an innocent.
No, I won't. You already admitted to doing stuff.
Please.
Let's
My family depends on
send him to the wall.
I sentence you to the wall,
where you get pooped on a daily basis.
my lord! My family. Without me, they'll die.
Well, you should have thought of that before you did it. Your house will remember the judgment. Well, that's good.
That was certainly unpleasant, but a lord must mete out punishment when it's due.
Not just yourself, of course.
It's a lord's duty.
It was my duty.
So I did it.
My duty. My
heard
duty
what the thief
pooty.
said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust by your side. Someone you can rely on, no matter the circumstance.
Who do you think I should choose?
There are two capable men for the role.
Mr. Cranky Pants and Tim Duncan.
Highly of the other.
How do I decide between them?
Talk to them. Solicit the opinion of people close to you. Here, the bracer of the Sentinel. The badge of office. Tonight is your first small council meeting. It would be wise to bestow this bracer upon your chosen Sentinel then, to show that you are decisive and in control of this house. Your Sentinel will wear this for all to see.
I'll make the right choices, Sentinel.
Of course I will.
Come speak with me when you're ready to convene the small council, my lord.
So, we have to decide. The best way to decide would be to put them up against the wall and chuck bananas at them. And whoever survives after 24 hours gets to be Sentinel. That's a pretty fair punishment. I mean, not punishment, decisive thing. What are you doing?
Careful. Keep at it and you won't have much left. Something to pick your teeth with.
No, Ethan. Look at this. All good swords have a name. I call mine Two Brothers. I can't
That's a gay name.
Strength. And this, so I.
He's not dead.
I mean, I could never.
Where's Asher's name?
But
And what of your brother Asher? Where's his name?
there's only two sides to the blade. Besides, he left.
Hey, he didn't leave. Don't bring Chris Evans into this.
Yeah.
That was so pathetic.
I have a real one.
Huh?
But not like that one. Only a lord could have.
Yeah.
You'll have
He didn't even actually open his mouth. He talked out of his
I
nose.
watched you today. I saw what you did to that man. Was he our enemy?
No,
A bad
not
man?
really.
Everyone keeps talking about them. Enemies.
No, he's not our enemy. But he did a bad thing.
Then I wish you'd hurt.
What?
People who do bad things need to be punished. Someone did something bad to Father and Roderick. Someone should hurt them even worse.
Oh no.
I want a real sword.
He's turning into the Joker.
I'll find the men who took Roderick someday, and I'll make sure I have a real sword.
He's turning evil already. See, what are you doing? You're just standing there, you lazy bum. Do something productive. Look at me, you're jealous of these dance moves. You're jelly. Yeah, he's jelly.
You're all worthless and weak.
Yeah, what he said. Let's see. What do you have to say, Malcolm?
Ethan. Or should I say Lord Ethan?
Hello, Uncle Malcolm.
Call me Mr. Potato.
Did today. It's not an easy thing to do, showing mercy to a man who admits his guilt. But if you'll excuse me, my lord, I should finish packing before nightfall. I hope to be off tomorrow.
But where are you going?
Your mother asked me to cross the narrow sea to find your brother, Asher.
Asher?
Chris Evans, bring him back.
Return with him to help the house.
She said nothing of this to me.
Because she fears you will not agree.
But I want Chris Evans to come back.
But I'll be of no help to you in Essos. But she insisted. I will hold, of course, until you've spoken with her about this. Just try to be kind to her. She's been living a nightmare made real.
Of course I'll be gentle.
You know that just as well.
She's my mother. Of course I'll be gentle.
He's copying me.
You're good-hearted, my lord. That is your true strength.
But my mother's fears are not the only ones I face. My people are scared as well. I'm told I must choose a sentinel.
If I may be so bold,
No.
Sir Royland is the man for
Don't say anything.
He'd be a fine choice.
Why Sir Royland?
We are at war. You need a warrior by your side.
But he's cranky and mean.
Will bring strength and discipline to this house. Duncan would offer sage advice, but now is not the time to negotiate. Not with the likes of Ramsay Snow.
But Tim Duncan's a basketball player.
Ethan, I need to talk to you.
No, you don't. Go away. Didn't you see I was talking to someone?
Mother told me Mira has asked for Lady Marjorie's help.
Did she?
I knew we could rely on Mira.
No, you can't.
She always thinks of family above all else. Hopefully Lady Marjorie's influence will be enough. But right now I'm more concerned about you.
Why?
I saw what you did to that man. You promised me you wouldn't change, and I believe...
Well, that's your fault.
Can't afford any more mistakes. Everyone knows what happened with Lord Whitehill. Garrett being sent to the wall without my knowledge.
I know. And that wasn't your fault.
It was your fault.
The Lord. It's my responsibility. The people want me to lead. They need me to, but...
What? Ethan, please.
I wish Father was here.
I wish Father were here.
You all do, but Father is gone. You are the lord of this house, which is why you must be strong. You're just as capable as Asher or Roderick ever were. I know it.
No, you don't.
I only wish you...
You don't know kumquats.
You've always given me good advice. Thank you.
No, she hasn't. Oh, look at that guy. He's jelly of my dance moves too.
Slash right. Our provisions are rather low, my lord. I made the count again, just to be sure. But it doesn't look good.
How bad is it? How long could we hold the house?
We couldn't withstand a siege, my lord. If the Boltons or the Whitehills cut us off and wait us out, we'd only last a fortnight. But there are steps we can take. In the past, we've demanded food from the small folk to replenish our stores. We can do it again, if you'd like. We've done it before in desperate times.
If that's what's necessary to keep the house safe, then we must.
Take the peasants' food.
Hard choice, but it's what has to be done. I'll see to the arrangements, my lord.
Okay, let's see. Who should we talk to first? Let's talk to Mr. Cranky Pants.
Slash and sword up. Swing left. Parry. Wrong. I didn't know
Sir
dogs
Royland,
could hold swords.
A word?
Of course, my lord.
I have many decisions to make, and I wanted your advice. What's the state of our defences? Are these men ready for what's...
No, they're all lazy bums.
Ready? No, but they will be. We post anyone who can hold a spear along the parapet, up where they won't get much scrutiny, and put our meanest, nastiest looking brutes front and centre. That'll show Ramsay we're a force in our own right. You've got to project power, especially when you're weakened.
Thank you, Sir Royland. I'll let you get back to training these men.
Thank you, my lord. And I'll be sure to watch out for more deserters. After today, I suspect there'll be more to come.
I don't know who to pick.
Do it like you mean it.
Screw him. Let's just go right to giving it. Whoa. That was weird. Let's just give it to him. I'll talk to him.
Maester?
Yes, Lord Ethan. Are you prepared to name your sentinel?
Not yet.
No, I'm not ready just yet.
Let me know when you are, my lord.
Come on, you dogs. You'll not be fighting here forever.
Ooh, look at those sexy piggies.
I've decided to name you as my sentinel, Sir Royland.
Thank you, my lord, but
Are you
Mr. Cranky Pants?
Yes, of course. I'm convinced you're the man for the job.
Then I accept. But you must summon the small council, my lord, to make it official.
Right. I'll tell Maester Ortengrin to...
Maester.
Are you holding a sword or a turkey leg?
A turkey leg. Obviously.
My lord, are you now ready to name your sentinel?
Yeah.
Yes, Maester.
Yes, Maester.
I'm ready.
Very well. I will convene the small council at once.
You may sit.
I believe Lord Ethan has reached his decision.
Before I name my sentinel, I must tell you. Duncan, Royland, this house needs you both.
But you can only choose one.
No duh, don't be so obvious.
Many thought either of you would make a fine sentinel, but I have made my decision.
It is Mr. Piggy. Neither of you are my sentinels. Haha, gotcha.
Tuttle, you will be...
Gotcha, bitch! Tuttle! This is reckless!
Lord Ethan has made his choice. I will not disappoint you, my lord.
You make a fool of me, my lord. You as much as promised it to me earlier.
Yep, that's what I do.
That's quite enough. The matter is settled.
Now, Sentinel, what do you have to report of Ramsay Snow?
Our scouts say he's only a day's ride from here, with no time to waste.
Who knows what he's capable of?
We can handle Ramsay Snow. He doesn't scare me.
The Boltons need our people to harvest the ironwood. Even the bastard Ramsay must understand that.
He's not coming here to negotiate. We must answer with the sword.
That's bloody suicide. You'd gamble with the lives of
We can chuck
everyone
poop
within
at
these
him.
walls. Ignore.
That'll teach him.
You named me Sentinel. I knew this would happen. He cannot be trusted.
This is the bloody small council.
Enough! Would my father have stood for this kind of bickering? Neither will I.
I don't care.
Sir Royland is clearly able and ready to take up arms, but the rest of our soldiers are not. We need to take a cunning approach. Diplomacy can be a sharper instrument than a sword.
The Boltons...
No, that's not how it goes. It's the pin is mightier than the sword.
Gentlemen, please. Thank the gods Mira has asked Lady Marjorie for her help. It's not too late for the Crown to intervene on our behalf, but we must have a plan if Mira's efforts are not successful.
They're gonna fail. It's pretty obvious.
Mira's judgment. I don't doubt she did everything within her power to help us.
We all must agree on the plan. We cannot leave until we have a consensus.
Ugh.
Make an offering for peace, my lord.
Yeah, the wisdom of the Citadel.
We can give the Boltons ironwood in exchange for their protection.
You must be mad. It's pure folly to just give away the only currency we have to bargain with.
Enough!
Enough. Diplomacy always
My
wins.
Sentinel favors a certain approach, and I agree. I shall use diplomacy with Lord Snow. I would be foolish to pick a fight without negotiating first. I'll offer our allegiance, and try to reach a reasonable agreement.
If you aren't ready for a fight, you're bound to lose when one breaks out.
Ethan has made his opinion known, and you will respect his decision.
Yeah, respect.
Forgive us, my lord. We are, of course, here to serve you, as we served your father.
Aye.
Well then, let's decide how we shall set the stage for Ramsay's arrival. Invite him into this hall, and meet him face to face, lord to lord.
Ramsay Snow is no lord. That's absurd. You meet him at the gate with as much force as we can muster. Make him wait. Let him gaze upon Ireland.
We don't have an army, so that doesn't exactly work.
Because you allowed it.
Lord Ethan?
I will meet him in the Great Hall.
A wise move, my lord.
It's careless. Can't you see Tuttle is steering you wrong?
That's enough, Royland. Lord Ethan has given his command.
How many years have I served this house? I cannot listen to that.
2 years.
Anymore. Forgive me, my lord, but you are not ready to be lord of this house. You're likely to get us all killed.
Get out.
You'll regret that, my lord.
Who cares?
Apologies, my son. I had expected better of him.
Well, that was dumb of you.
Settled. We know what we must do. You will meet Ramsay Snow in the Great Hall. And
This is the Great Hall, so why didn't you just say here?
And don't worry, Lord Ethan. I will stand beside you, where your sentinel belongs.
Then perhaps we should adjourn. We have to prepare the house. There will always be those who question your leadership, which is why you need allies you can rely on. Family. Mira has done everything she can in King's Landing, but there are...
No, she hasn't.
What about your brother, Asher?
Malcolm told me. You want to bring him back.
He's a skilled fighter. But what's more, he has the will to fight. A hunger for it. He always protected you and your sister. And we need all the help we can get.
Yes, I hear what you're saying.
Why did I pick that?
How he tormented you.
No, duh, I hear what you're saying.
I wanted to intervene, but your father said Ethan must fight his own battles. But when Asher saw it, he didn't take a breath. He grabbed the miller's boy by the neck. That was his first instinct. Asher knocked out half the poor boy's teeth. Of course, your father was furious, but you were in danger and there was nothing else Asher needed to know. Asher does not hesitate. He acts, and we need that.
We need Chris Evans.
Qualities. But you do not have that anger inside you.
I'm not like that, but I don't need to be, do I?
No, but you need someone who is standing beside you. I'm trying to do what's best for this family. What this family needs. Ethan, let me send Malcolm to Essos.
Fetch me Chris Evans!
Fine. Malcolm will go to Essos and bring Asher back.
Thank you, Ethan. I'm glad you will let me do this. Know that you never stand alone. You are a Forester. Mira stands with us, and she may be able to help us yet.
A key. And a seal. Let's take the key. We'll just take both of them. Yeah. Let me be as obvious as possible when I'm taking this stuff. We might as well loot everything.
Marjorie?
Hey, it's Mrs. Lesbian.
Lady Marjorie is still with the king. I thought you'd want to know.
Thank you.
Mira, look.
The other day when you asked Lady Marjorie for help, I only spoke out of fear for her.
Of course he did.
I want to help you if there's anything I can do. Your poor family.
You're sweet to offer, Sarah. Thank you.
Lady Marjorie is always saying how important friends and allies are in King's Landing. Just know, I will be here for you if you ever... My lady, I'll leave you to talk.
Are you all right, my lady?
The king was not inclined to offer help for your family.
Shocker.
I'll need this mended.
Gods.
He said I was too easily swayed.
You are.
And he reminded me that I am not yet his wife. I allayed his fear. For now. But it will be a long time before I can ask him for anything again.
Like 2 days.
Nothing I said could cheer him.
I'm so sorry, my lady. I should never have asked you for the king's help. Understand, it was my mother's plan, not mine.
Ha! Throw my mother under the bus.
Some way to forgive me.
This is simply not how things are done, Mira. Not in King's Landing.
I'm sorry, my lady.
Soon I will be queen, and maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you.
It'll be too late then.
Now, we must both be cautious.
I must send a raven. I have to warn my family. If you'll excuse me, my lady.
Milady. Begging your pardon, milady. I hope I didn't frighten you.
How long have you been waiting there?
Not long. I was just passing by when I saw you emerge from Lady Marjorie's room.
Like an hour.
I hope you saw. I was right before. About Lady Marjorie and Queen Cersei. I just want you to know, I can help you if you'd like. And your family, if you're willing to trust me. I hear all sorts of things. Things that could be useful for you.
How can you help me? My problems can't be solved by what you might overhear.
Which is why you must trust me, milady. You need allies.
But you're just a peasant.
I could be useful to you.
I'm sorry. I really must go.
Please don't despair. I know people who... People who'd be willing to help you.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. When you see that ass. And now I think we're back to Mr. Ethan. Yep.
Where's Sir Royland? He should be here. The man values pride more than honor. We'll do without him. And without King's Landing. I know you'd hoped Mira could help us, but I'm confident we've enough strength of our own. Your men stand ready to act if needed.
Our plan is a good one. It will work so long as everyone does their part.
Hey look, it's Mr. Fatty.
Isn't this a lovely pile of timber?
It is.
Not the place I'd want to be if there was a fire.
Ironwood is near impervious to flame, my lord.
Is it?
May I introduce Lord Ramsay of House Bolton, son of Roose Bolton. Although a bastard, Lord Ramsay has the full authority of
Thank
the
you,
Warden
Lord.
of the...
That's enough. Who is this little boy? Is he lost?
Lord Ramsay, Welcome to Ironrath.
Aren't you the little lord? The Lord Whitehall told me you were young, but this... Look at you.
Hey, don't make fun of me.
A token for the new Warden of the North.
Let me guess. Forrester Ironwood.
Carved by our most skilled craftsmen.
Ironwood. Doesn't look like much.
No one can match our skill.
Is that so? Not bad. Lord Whitehill, can your lot do?
No.
Given enough time, we could learn.
Given enough time, you could do a great many things. But not this, apparently. Look at that. More Forresters.
Lord Ramsay?
Come out where I can see you.
We really must focus on the business at hand.
What is it you want, Lord Ramsay?
What do I want? Everything. Nothing. We'll see. First, let's see you bend the knee to my father.
But I don't want to.
Lord Bolton, Warden of the North. Words are wind. Anyone can say they're loyal.
I guess I have to.
My lord.
Ha! That wasn't so hard now, was it?
Yeah, actually, well, no, never mind. No, it
I
wasn't.
don't care about your loyalty. The Crown, however, wants what you've got. Whatever you've been supplying the Starks for centuries. Ships, shields, chamber pots.
Potatoes.
I expect you'll do the same for us. My father has promised as much to the king. You wouldn't want to make him a liar, would you?
No.
That wouldn't reflect well on me.
No, Lord Ramsay.
That's a good little lord.
You can't trust her, Forrester. They murdered our men.
It was a Forrester squire who did it. One Whitehill soldier dead. One Bolton. Yet your man lived.
He was within his right. They killed his family.
His right? He killed a loyal soldier in my father's army.
No, he didn't.
Then you welcomed
He was just a random hobo.
hoping I wouldn't linger outside long enough to notice your pathetic little army. That sort of insolence from one of our loyal bannermen will not do. So I've come up with a solution that will benefit everyone.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
The Whitehills will be taking control of your Ironwood from this day forward.
Nah, brah.
But...
That is our livelihood.
Then you'd better well find another fucking job.
You can't do that.
Why not? You know something the Whitehills don't?
Yeah.
We are talking about trees.
We have loyal craftsmen who make the finest weapons.
And you have a bunch of lazy bums.
Have no such craftsmen. Do you want Ironwood for the next 5 years, or the next 50 generations?
The little lord does have a point. We'll try this. Lord Whitehill will take half of your Ironwood, and we'll see who fares better.
But my lord...
Half of something is better than the nothing you had before. To ensure there's no trouble, Lord Whitehill will install a garrison of 20 men within your walls.
At Ironrath, that we cannot abide.
I don't care, lady.
They'll help maintain the king's peace. And make sure there's no more trouble.
This will cause more trouble, not less.
Not for me.
Look at all the fancy conquistador hats. I want one.
You have a man you trust?
My son.
Griff.
Griff will lead the garrison.
You have no right. Whitehills have no place here.
Lads, do make this.
Don't mess with the conquistador hats.
Duncan, don't.
Look at this, little Forrester. You're not frightened, are you?
He'll shank you with his wooden sword.
Lord Ramsay, please.
And you? Are you Lord Ethan's older sister?
I'm his twin, my lord.
Ah, twins. Well, like the Queen and her brother. Well, hopefully not just like the Queen and her brother. I never had a sister. Always wanted one.
We have more to discuss, Lord Snow.
I have an idea. You'll come with me. You can be my highborn ward.
Lord Ramsay, that's enough.
Do you like hunting?
Let her go.
She's quite pretty. Your sister.
My lord, if you want a hostage, take me.
What was that?
I suppose you can.
He was like, oh yeah, I'm suddenly more confident.
Aren't you the brave lord?
Surprise, motherfucker!
He's dead.
Far too much trouble. Even though you did bend the knee.
But I bent the knee. Doesn't that mean anything?
I certainly feel better about all this. What have you done? However, the Foresters need to keep their end of the bargain. Take the boy as your ward. No! Kill him. If they give you any.
Brian!
Lovely meeting all of you. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Somebody help him! Fetch the maester!
Fetch the maester. He's already dead. I mean, he got stabbed in the throat. You can't really live through that.
Let it go! Stop that! Ryan, stop it! Ryan, do something!
Ethan? My son.
Oh. And that should be the end of episode 1.
Ethan sacrificed himself for us all. He saved Talia's life. He'll be remembered as Ethan the Brave.
This house needs a leader. Lord Ethan named me Sentinel. I will lead this house.
My sister asked you to swear loyalty to her son, and you did it without flinching.
We can't let them hurt Ryan too. We have to stop them.
We do not stand alone. There are those who will fight for us. Those who hold House Forrester above all other loyalties. Those who will not stop until Ethan is avenged. Until Ryan is home again, our house will not fall. We will be ready.
Nothing comes without a cost, my lady. Are you prepared for what might happen?
So 45% of us left Bowen, which was that useless bum at the beginning, behind. 69% of us swore loyalty to the king. 38% sent Eric to the wall. 64% picked Duncan. And 59% met Ramsay in the Great Hall. So that should be it for this episode. Episode 1, Iron from Iron. Part 2 is done, and also the overall episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like and a comment. And subscribe to join Potato Nation, because why wouldn't you? Obviously, there's 5 more episodes. So that means about 10 more parts. A ton of more ton of more. Is that a sentence? I don't know. Either way, see you guys next video. Deuces, Potato Nation.
Come on!